Hi people, it's Annelia, or you could call me Island Curl, and today I'll be dyeing my hair ginger. But before that, I'm gonna bleach my hair, and you can see that it's already been bleached, but my hair has grown out quite a bit, so I'm gonna lighten my roots and then lighten my already light ends to a lighter shade. The idea is the lighter my hair, the more vibrant the dye will appear. Now, I've dyed my hair ginger before. As a matter of fact, my hair faded from that ginger color to the one that you're seeing now. I really loved the results when the dye was still fresh, so I'm attempting it again, only this time the goal is for the dye not to fade so quickly. And the funny thing is, I was going to do purple, but some people, I won't say who they are, thought I would look ghetto with purple hair. So I said anyway, I'll do a ginger again. Anyway, on to the bleaching process. We're going to need developer. I always use 30 volume developer because it's perfect. I mean, it isn't as slow acting or as weak as the 20 volume, and it isn't as fast acting as the 40 volume. I also always use the Salon care brand just because that's the brand I'm used to. Next is the bleaching powder. I always use BW2, once again just because that's the brand I'm used to. My fear was I didn't have enough powder. Bleaching my hair was a spontaneous decision. It was really last minute, it wasn't planned, and I didn't go to the store for anything. I just used what I had in my bathroom cupboards, and I only had one pack of powder. And if you have lengthy hair, please buy enough developer and powder because you're usually supposed to be very generous with bleach. By the way, I started watching Brad Mondo late last year and fell in love with him. He gives a lot of tips about bleaching, so although I already knew a little something about hair bleaching, I took some of his advice too. Now, y'all, I'm also using foil, which, disclaimer, for whatever reason, I'm extremely slow when it comes to wrapping foil around my hair. I mean, you would think it's the easiest part of the process, but baby, I struggle. And then you're also going to use Neutralizing shampoo, which is important. When I used to have relaxers, I used to use this. It helps balance your pH, the pH of your hair. It does a lot of other good stuff too. You need that. You need that. And of course, when dealing with chemicals, you want to use gloves. Always, baby. Always use them gloves, okay? So I'm just mixing in the powder and developer, and you don't want the mixture to be too thick or too thin. You want it to be just right, and you can add more powder or more developer as needed. Like I said, I only had one pack of powder, so I used mostly developer. Mine was a little watery, but I was fine with that. It was thin, not watery. Let me not say watery. The good thing is developer alone can lighten your hair. Not to the extent that it can when mixed with enough powder, but it can lighten your hair nonetheless. And I was really counting on this developer to come through for me because, baby, I was lacking. By the way, the smell of bleach, if you've never smelled it, is super, super strong, and it smells like the chemical that it is. Just be aware of that. Beware of that. Wow, what is my English? Bahamian English, whatever. So you want to apply the bleach in sections. I think this first section was a pretty good size, but some of my other sections were too big, and I knew better than that. But at this point, I was not feeling the whole bleaching thing in my hair, and it was just a mess. I just wanted to slap it on and be done. Okay, so I kind of got sloppy during the middle down to the ending part of this process. Oh, and really big tip, always apply the bleach to your ends first and go back and apply it to your roots. Reason being, heat speeds up the lightening process and your scalp gives off a lot of heat, so your roots will turn lighter faster than the rest of your hair if you do them first. That said, bleach is not the kind of thing you want to take your sweet time with. You want to be quick when applying, or your hair will turn all kind of different shades of gold and yellow, and you don't want that. Just try to be fast, try to be quick with it. So foil is used to trap in heat, and I don't think using foil is absolutely necessary, but I did it because I wanted to waste foil, I guess, because I know I don't use foils. I mean, just look at me. I'm struggling. You would think that putting foils around your hair, wrapping foils around your hair is like the easiest part of this thing. It's not. Look at me. Just look. That doesn't even look right. Just shameful. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing, honestly. But yeah, so after 25 minutes, in this clip, I still have the bleach in my hair, but after that time period, I rinsed it out with water alone. And then, just to make sure all of that got out. And then I went in with the neutralizing shampoo, and I shampooed like 1,000 times just to make sure everything was out. Make sure you get all that bleach out of your hair, guys. So it's been a few days, and when I filmed this part of the video, I had packed up my entire apartment in 2 days and driven from Missouri to Florida in 24 hours. And yes, I'm in the same shirt as the other clips. This shirt is now considered my bleach and dye shirt. Don't judge me. Anyway, excuse the way I look. Like I said, I packed up my entire life in 2 days and spent 24 hours on a road trip. So I didn't have time to sleep. I didn't have time to sleep or do anything at all with my hair. I look rough, okay? Ignore it. Now, my hair has a kind of brassy tone to it, and that can be because my hair was dyed ginger before. It can also, you could also notice in the last clip that my hair looked lighter than this. Bleach hair always looks lighter the first few days, and then it, tones down a bit on its own. You can also see that my hair isn't completely even all over. I wasn't too concerned about that, only because I'm putting a dye over it, and somehow, some way, things always seem to work out in my favor. Yeah, and because, I mean, you could see all the dark edges. Some of my roots are still black, well, dark brown, while the rest are, like, lighter. It's a mess, but it's okay. It's okay. I don't care. We're gonna fix it. We always fix it. Always. Now that I think about it, it's funny how I always do a really good job bleaching my hair, and then the one time that I, decide to film it, I mess up. It's real funny. Real flickin' funny. Anyway, after I bleached my hair, those few days prior to this clip, I used hair mayonnaise to deep condition, only because I didn't have anything stronger than that at the time, because you want to rebuild and strengthen your hair with a protein treatment after using something as harsh and strong as bleach. So normally after I bleach my hair, I like to use Aphogee 2-step protein treatment. I didn't have it at the time, but now that I'm in another state and have a little more free time, I was able to get a pack. And I've used this so many times, but I was running off of 2 hours of sleep and Dunkin' Donuts bitter coffee, so I had to read the back to refresh my memory. So like I said, I'm in Florida. All my things are packed up in suitcases. So this is not my shampoo. I've never used this shampoo before. This is the Suave Coconut Oil Infusion Damage Repair Shampoo. I liked it. This is a shampoo I use to, because it's a treatment. So you have to shampoo your hair before you use the treatment. This is the one I used. It was good. I would actually purchase this. I like it. If you want a shampoo recommendation, there it is. I also used a spray bottle, the Aphogee 2-step protein treatment, of course, and gloves, because we're dealing with chemicals again. Never forget those gloves. So we're just going to take step 1 of the 2-step treatment and pour it into a spray bottle for easy application. Keep in mind, this stuff can get sticky and messy, and it smells bad. Also, word to the wise, if you have lengthy hair, buy more than one of these, especially if you're getting the small packs, or buy the bottle versions, because those are bigger. I don't know why, but this entire video, I've done nothing but buy less than what I need. I didn't have enough bleach. I don't have enough treatment. It's rough out here in these streets, man. So I tried my best to distribute the treatment evenly throughout my hair. The instructions said to use a comb to do that, but I try to stay away from tools, so I used my fingers instead. Next, I blow dried it, and I was very gentle because once the treatment is dry, your hair becomes hard and brittle. After rinsing the step 1 out of my hair, I added step 2, which is the moisturizer. I let it sit in my hair for about 2 minutes, then I rinsed that out as well. Now on to the main course, hair dyeing. I did the protein treatment and washed my hair before actually dyeing my hair, because if I did it after dyeing my hair, I'd just be washing out all that dye. So anyway, I'm using Adore in the colors Cinnamon and Cajun Spice. These are the exact same colors I used last time, and I'm using more of the Cajun Spice than the Cinnamon because the Cajun Spice is the one that has that orange sunset hue that gives it that ginger look. The Cinnamon is just to tone it down a little so it doesn't look too orange, which is why I'm only using half of the bottle. Then we got our little mixing bowl and the little brush thing. Yeah. Got our gloves so we don't stain our hands. And we're starting off with the Cajun Spice. Just gonna, dump the whole bottle in there, because why not? I just wanted you guys to see the difference. The Cajun Spice and the cinnamon. One is more orange, one is more brown. I knew better. I knew better than to actually pretend like I was going to use this damn brush. I knew I wasn't going to use it. Now we're resorting to fingers. And you probably might be saying, oh, well, the dye looks the same as the bleached hair. I'm telling you, it's the camera. The camera isn't really picking up the difference in shades. The bleached hair looks dull. It looks dry. It looks faded. It looks different. Whereas, the hair color part, the dye part, it looks a lot better. It looks a lot more orange. You'll probably see it better in the sunlight. The lighting in the bathroom isn't the best. I don't have my ring light set up. Also, explain a huge amount of toilet paper in the background. I was trying to make a tripod because, like I said, my whole life is in suitcases and boxes right now. And the final result is beautiful. It's look at those curls. Oh my god, baby. Look at that definition. I mean, I know you see it. I see it.